Alright, day 2 on the fast. I figure something I can talk about. It's not uncommon for me to go on fast every now and then, just, I don't know, like vibrational hygiene. There's a lot of reasons why I do it. Not a lot of them do I want to say, because not a lot of them do I have the capacity to be able to explain, because that's not how my mind works. But I do get the fasting every now and then. It's that one time I went to 40, that was the only time I've ever gone that high. The rest of the times, the highest I ever got was I went 8 days, and that was one fast before my 40 day. So right now I'm on day two, and I want to talk about so I was on the phone with my friend Jonathan not too long ago, and I was telling him about the fast I was doing, about this being day 2, and I was just expressing a little bit concern because last time it didn't go so well. But there's a reason it didn't go so well. See, it was a 3-day fast, and I chose to end it at Subway. And I got a big ass BLT, extra vegetables, extra bacon, put extra mayonnaise on there. Like, where's the sandwich? I want mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise. So not only that, which I don't know. I'm like, now that I'm thinking back to it, the way you want to break a fast is not with a lot of food. You wanna break the fast gently. But that's not what I did because I ate a big sub from Subway. Not only that, but I had a Celsius. And there's got quite a bit of caffeine in there. On the way back from Subway, because that Subway is not even a mile down the road, not even a half mile down the road, for real. On the way back, it didn't take me long to finish the Celsius that I got from Subway. So I went to the store. It's called Campus Corner. I went to Campus Corner, and I got one of those big ass monsters. Like that big. The monsters like that. You guys know what I'm saying. And I guzzled that pretty quick, and it made me feel kind of weird right off the bat. I continued home. On the trip home, I could tell quite easily that perhaps I just OD'd on caffeine, and now my heart is doing really weird things, and it was painful. I remember watching YouTube. I was watching something, and I just felt my heart stop. Felt really uncomfortable. So I went into the shower for a minute, ride out the pain, with the intention of, when I get out of the shower, I'm going to call call the hospital and tell them what I had done. It was like at the time it was like over 3.5 years ago. Yeah, over 3.5 years ago. But I told them about that 40-day fast I went on because I remember after I had got done with the 40-day fast and I had told my mom what I had done. And I told her about the turpentine. She was borderline inconsolable. She was having a pretty rough time. And the way I could get her to, relax and not be panicked was tell her that if anything with my body for any reason at all begins to feel weird, I'll tell the hospital what I've done. That made her feel better. So, fast forward to breaking this 3-day fast with a big ass sub, a Celsius, and a big ass monster. And I got out of the shower from writhing, and I call the hospital. The ambulance comes to my house, and they get me to the emergency room. I'm beyond the waiting room. I'm in the back, where I never had too much experience with hospitals or how hospitals work, because I didn't know that as I was slowly talking to these tech and nurses about my experience that I might add was over 3.5 years ago. I didn't know that they were all slowly writing a petition to put me in the psych ward because they thought I was trying to kill myself because I was drinking turpentine in my stories. No, I didn't think turpentine was going to kill me. Even at the time, Alright, actually, that's not true. I had fears that it might have, but it didn't. It didn't. And that's a whole story in itself. That's a different story that I'm not talking about right now. What I'm talking about right now is my fast that went ARI, my 3-day fast that went ARI because I broke it the wrong way and I ate too much caffeine. I had too much caffeine. And what can I say about the psych ward? I didn't like it in there very much. I mean, the people were cool, the patients were cool, some of the patients were cool. They were about I think there were just two ladies that were not having any of it. I remember sitting in the rec room with my friend Steve, and this one chick, she walks in. Alright, so there's the bathroom. She puts her used pad in the bath in the in the trash can in the whole rec room because it smelled like rotten beaver. Ew. Terrible. That was a pretty bad one. There's The other one, she, she was pretty funny. Sometimes she could be funny, other times she took things personal. That was like, I don't even understand what you took personal right there, especially with the word, any words around. Like, what are you talking about? You see what it was? It was like she'd hear these stories in her head. She'd make these stories up in her head, and she'd tie them with reality. Like that's how they're going. I don't know. So pretty is a dog. Oh yeah, that's the Eye of Providence tattoo, guys. And I got my collarbone tattoo. Says Memento Mori, Memento Vivere. I think I showed you that one. And this one I got for free from was an apprentice. She was just practicing. She was like, "Let me put this psilocybin on you. I'm practicing. I'll do it for free." It's like, all right. You can see some of the spots where it's maybe not so good. But I like that too, nonetheless. Then I got Zion. Then those numbers next to are 369 because this place is a place of frequencies and wavelengths and other things. I didn't take care of it like I should have while it was healing, so it's a little bit faded. I gotta get it redone. Then on the other hand, I got God 365 because God 365 days of the week. I am you and you are me and we are the same 365 days of the week. That's real shit. Alright. That's all I had for story time. Going over to Jonathan's later, so I'll probably introduce you guys to Jonathan. He runs or he does a YouTube with someone. We'll get all that information going for you guys later tonight. Okay, bye.